So our weather impact team is forecasting a pleasant weekend, but we didn't always rely solely on meteorologists to find the stuff out.
No, to this day, both the old Farmers Almanac and Farmers Almanac release, so there's the old one and then the current one, release forecasts and predictions every year. But are these forecasts really trustworthy?
Meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees joins us to explain. Brittany.
This is honestly a really fun one because I got to talk to Brad about it as well, because we both have essentially the same view on the Farmers Almanac. They might have identical names almost, but the old Farmers Almanac and the Farmers Almanac are two different periodicals.
Established in 1792 and 1818 respectively, they have both been around for hundreds of years. But are they really accurate, and why are some meteorologists so against them? Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich says some of the information is really useful and interesting.
You love looking at folklore and when to plant, when to do certain things in nature. I think it's really valuable that, moon cycles, lunar cycles, it's great for that. Where it kind of lacks sometimes in these long range forecasts, which are not really based on meteorology.
Both almanacs claim to use super secret formulas to come up with their forecasts, and both claim an 80% accuracy rating. However, there's no explanation as to where they get that number. In fact, a 2010 survey from the University of Illinois found the accuracy is closer to 52%.
If you did a forecast and you said, this is what I looked at, it'd be much easier to dissect, but you don't know, so it's hard to pick apart. It's not like, hey, we're forecasting above average or below average snow, rain, sleet, whatever. It just says weird things like wet and wild or bouts of cold. And that's very subjective. That could mean anything to anybody. So it's actually hard to be wrong when you just make broad, subjective things like that.
This year is interesting because both almanacs show polar opposite forecasts. The old Farmers Almanac has cold and dry conditions for Charlotte, while the Farmers Almanac has near average temperatures and wet. Regardless, the Climate Prediction Center came out with their winter outlook last week. It shows warmer than normal and drier than normal conditions, which is a classic La Niña setup. This will likely worsen local drought conditions.